Yo guys, welcome to a brand new video. After a long time of not making a Destiny 2 build, I am making a Destiny 2 build. And this is a build that I'm probably going to be taking into Onslaught this Tuesday. This is being recorded on April 6th, so we're only 3 days away. So today, as you can see, it is a Starfire protocol build. Now you're thinking, Starfire, not as good as it once was. But here's the thing, folks. This thing can still be very powerful, and even without this build that I'm about to show you, even though this build makes this thing potent as hell, it still is really good, regardless of this build or not. Because even though you can't get a nade every 2 seconds, which we can all agree was fucking ridiculous, it still is really good because there is ways around getting your nade back really fast. And I'm about to show you a build that gives you your nade back damn near instantly. Alright, to start off with the subclass stuff, we're going to be rocking the Well of Radiance. If you want to run Daybreak, be my guest. But this build is around the Well because Starfire also procs inside of a Well of Radiance, along with our ability, which is going to be the Empowering Rift. So, if you're in a higher end content, I would recommend running the Healing Rift, just because the Powering Rift doesn't really give you that much back, because it's only 2.5%, but if you get a kill, it's 20. But at that point, you might as well just spam as many wells as you can, which is really easy to do with this build, because we got something on our helmet that gives us a ton of energy. For the lower tier content, like normal raids, normal dungeons, anything like that, the Empowering Rift for sure. Then we're going to run Burst Glide. It's the best jump out of all of these. If you prefer the other one, you could be my guest, but Burst Glide is absolute poggers. We're going to run the Incinerator Snap. This is an immediate ignition, whereas our brother Celestial Fire is not. If you're more into Celestial Fire for the range, then be my guest there as well. But we're not running the Radiant Fragment, so I'm not too worried about that. We're doing it simply just to cause an ignition. That's very important for this build, is we make as many ignitions as possible. And obviously, the Fusion Grenade, you have to run this. It's part of the chess piece. Depending on how you look at it, the best grenade, regardless. Some might say the Solar Grenade is the best, but that depends. If you're on Sunbracer, then obviously. But for this, Fusion Grenade is going to be the best. For our aspect, we're running Touch of Flame. This is going to make our Fusion Grenade explode twice, which is very important for this as well. They're just so strong. So you have to run this. And then I'm using Heat Rises for this, and I'll tell you why. If you use your, let's say you use your Incinerator Snap, it causes an ignition. If you jump when you do it, you'll instantly get it back. So you can kind of just spam that over and over. It's really strong. But even then, if you use your snap, but you don't jump and you do it, if you just like use your normal weapon and you jump and you're getting kills, if you throw your nade, as long as you're in the air when you're getting kills, you basically damn near get it back instantly. It takes like 3 or 4 kills to get it back with Heat Rises. First one, Ember of Ashes. This applies more Scorch stacks. Obviously, enough Scorch stacks causes ignition. The fucking Fusion Nade already does a ton, so you'll always get ignition off of your nade and off of all of the Scorch that spreads, so that's always good. Second, we got Ember of Blistering. Defeating targets with a solar ignition grants grenade energy. This is very important as well, because this comes down to our weapons as well. If you get a kill with a incandescent weapon, they usually ignite. You can see where this is going. The grenade usually causes an ignition kill. The snap is an ignition kill. There's so many ignitions happening that you'll get your grenade back really fast. Ember of Wonder. Rapidly defeating multiple targets with ignition generates an orb. The orb is going to be important here because we have a lot of mods that are built into giving us a lot of grenade energy and our other stuff that we need orbs for. And you get the 10 resilience, which for PvE is very nice. And then we have Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have increased area of effect. So if you have those big packs of ads that are kind of a little more spread out, now they're all going to get hit by that shit. For a weapon of choice, when it comes to the kinetic weapon, I was using a lot of different things, but I always found myself that I wasn't even really using my kinetic slot weapon. Currently, I'm using the Riptide in this slot, which I guess for a Grandmaster, you have the Overload stun and the Unstop stun with our energy slot weapon, which is going to be the Battler with Demo Incandescent. This part is very important because this is the weapon that we're going to be using the most out of all of them. And if you can't craft this, then there's probably other weapons that have demo incandescent on it. But I found this to be the best one for me personally. Another weapon I was using a lot was the Z-Bane from King's Fall. If you have a summoner with incandescent heal clip, that could be also really good. Heal clip, kill clip is what I have on that one. But anything that, if you wanted to use Polaris Lance instead of Dragon's Breath, that'd be really good for Grandmaster content because that's ignition every 5 shots. So that's a ton of grenade energy back right there as well. If you want to see what I put on it, I got Arrowhead Break, Flared Mag, Demo Incan. If you want to run a higher mag perk, you could. I run it just because I want it the fastest reload possible. And then I think the Masterwork is reload as well. I think it's either reload or handling. I don't fucking know, to be honest. Power slot, I have Dragon's Breath. Obviously, Dragon's Breath is going to be perfect for this because it's going to be causing 3 ignitions per rocket. And this is going to do really good for any boss targets, champion targets, anything like that. It's just going to cause a ton of ignitions, getting your grenade back. You can keep tossing those. Put down your Empowering Rift. Shoot at them as well, killing ads. It's just so many nades. Whenever you give your allies Restoration Cure or Radiant, so let's say you throw a well down, you're going to apply that to them. You're going to apply a Radiant to them, essentially. You're going to get, I think I saw in a video, it's like 1,000% or something. It's some ridiculous. Your grenade generates really fast. So if you want to do a boss situation, just do that because you'll be getting, you throw your well down, it's like 5 seconds of insane generation. So you can just get a ton of nades off. Swap out probably Eruption for a Benevolence during a boss encounter. Going to our helmets. For our helmet mods, we're going to be rocking Ashes to Assets. This is how we're going to get our well back really fast, especially if you're throwing your nades on all of the groups of ads. And then we have Double Harmonic. This is just so we can get a ton of orbs from our gun. We're going to be running Firepower. Obviously, this is to make an orb with the grenade. You're going to be throwing a lot of these, make a ton of orbs. Grenade Kickstart. This is the reason we're not running Surge mods. This is going to give us just a flat chunk. I think it's 25% with 1. I think 2 gives you 50. And then we have Impact Induction. This is whenever we snap, we're going to get grenade back. So if you throw a grenade, throw that snap out, boom, you have like 60% of your nade back already. And if you jump, get that snap back again, snap again, boom, that's a nade. We have Charged Up. This is so that we get an extra armor charge whenever we pick up an orb. This increases our maximum to 4 stacks instead of 3. I'm using a Harmonic Reserve for the rocket. I believe we can hold 10 when we have this, 10 Dragon Fires or Dragon Breath shots. And then we're just using a Harmonic Resistance. We're going to be rocking stacks on stacks. This gives us an extra stack of armor charge when we pick up an orb. So we pick up 1 orb, we'll get 2 stacks. So to get a full 4 stack of armor charge, we just have to get 2 orbs, which is extremely easy to do. You're using Recuperation. This gives you a bunch of HP back. Whenever you pick up an orb, we're making a bunch of orbs. There's no healing really for this build. This is our really only source of it. Even though I'm pretty sure if you consume your grenade with Heat Rises, it does cure you. So you do have that to fall on if as well. And we're also using Innervation. I've considered using 2 of these because how many orbs we make, you'd get so much. So if you do want to get rid of Recuperation for a double Innervation, feel free. But I feel like having that heal on site whenever you pick up an orb is always nice. This one's pretty simple. Double Bomber. Whenever we use our Empowering Rift near targets, we'll get a bunch of energy back for that as well. And then we have Reaper. This will give us an orb on the next kill after we use our Empowering Rift. So we use our Empowering Rift, kill something, there's an orb. Let's cut to the footage so you guys can get a look at it.